So what is the problem?
Well, every villain has a gimmick, so I want to be the geeky villain. I've got all the toys, all the DVDs. I even started getting these thingamajiggers. But it feels like something is still missing.
How much is your video game intake?
Video games? I think I've played like 4 in my whole life.
I'm writing you a prescription.
Well, I decided to go with 1994's Pulseman from Sega Genesis,
in which a scientist named Doc Yoshiyama creates a digital organism in the form of a woman and digitizes himself so he can make love with her, thus giving birth to Pulseman. What the hell? But then a supervillain who may or may not be Yoshiyama puts together a whole team of villains called the Galaxy Gang in the efforts of conquering the world. So each stage of the game is a country for you as Pulseman to save. Wait a minute, I have to fight each villain at the end of each stage? Oh, but they're so productive. For powers, you have super speed, you can jump, project power blasts, and duck, but a unique ability is the static charge. When you run fast enough, you gain an electric current. When you static charge with the current around you, you're transformed into a ricocheting bolt of energy. At first, the bolt seems like a be-all, end-all weapon. It destroys all the minor enemies, makes you impervious, and gets you up high places. But it can also transport you further than you intended, and can send you down holes and kill you. So it's all about knowing when to use it, and when to instead use the other abilities. Each stage has about 4 levels. Sometimes a whole level takes place in cyberspace, whenever Pulseman comes across a computer. They make it very clear what country you are in, albeit with some generalizations of the countries. Stage 4 through 6 can only be accessed when you complete the first 3 stages, so it's refreshing when you finally get to them, because now there's some different scenery than what you've spent hours and hours with before. So is there anything after stage 6?
Stage 7, but I never got there.
After getting hurt 3 times, you die, which takes you back to the beginning of the level you died on. But dying 18 times is what resets the whole entire game, erasing all of your progress. So that means dedicating enough time to master the first 3 before also mastering the next 4, all without exceeding the death limit. So many times where I strike an enemy, but they hurt me anyway because I was off just a millisecond. So many times I have full health only to fall off a ledge and die immediately. I only got far enough to explore just a little bit of the second 3 stages, but not enough to get to the final stage.
I did not finish the game in time. I don't deserve to be a geeky villain.
But how did you feel about what you did play? It had a feel of classic anime and superheroes. After watching a walkthrough of what I could not get to, it's the later stages that take advantage of the fact this is a digital being made of electric energy. His weaknesses are water, he travels through power lines, and the final stage of the game takes place in a video game? The game eventually had a re-release, but never a sequel, which is fine, since this one game utilizes all of the possibilities this concept could offer. Overall, Pulseman's creativity and range increases throughout the game, but so does the unforgiving challenges.
You know, I think explaining all that has made me feel geekier.
We have a breakthrough.